Hi guys, so in this video we're just going to be discussing about everything related to do with prelims. So first we're going to look at what prelims are. So prelims are an examination that acts as a preparation for a more important examination, and in this case the more important examination is your final exams. As prelims are in term 3, they fall under the 25% of your final mark. I'm sure your teachers have told you this, but all your marks from term 1 to term 3, that's 25%, and your mark that you're going to get for your final exam, that's 75% towards your final mark. And prelims are usually written from the end of August until September. Okay, so now we are at how to study before prelims. So I have 4 points there on different strategies that you could use when preparing for prelims. So the first point is, throughout the year, use your preferred study method when preparing for your exams. Obviously, throughout the year, you're writing your junior exams, your cycle tests, and all of that. So if your strategy that you've been using to write your exams and your tests have been working, I encourage you to keep using it for your prelims exams as well. And then when possible, attend Saturday classes or extra classes with your teachers. I am not sure if they still do SIP classes. Obviously I didn't attend those because as you know, I had Matric during COVID. But if possible, if your school does have that, please attend them because they are very, very beneficial. Usually they have markers from the marking center that are going to be marking your final papers that come and actually teach you, subject specialists and all of that. So it's a great way to get an insight on what to expect when you're writing your prelims and your finals, because a prelim is basically just a trailer for your final exam. And then if you have a friend group that do the same subject as you, set up study sessions where you can discuss topics and quiz each other, and then etc. I was fortunate enough where I would say all of my friends, we all did pure maths, we all did physics, life sciences, and economics. So we all had a group chat where we would just ask questions, send each other study guides, past papers, and all of that. So if you have friends or even people that you know in your class that are friendly enough to talk to, just ask them, hey, can we study together, or can you help me with this topic? Don't be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. And then throughout the year, your teachers should be giving you past papers, but if not, you can download them on the DBE website. I can link the DBE website down below because I know some teachers say it's the 21st century, I'm not going to give it to you, you can go online and check it yourself. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to find, so I'm going to link it down below. And when you are doing past papers, make sure that you are done studying to get the actual feel of taking the exam. Please, I've mentioned this in my previous video, do not have the question paper with you and then the memo on the other side. You're going to feel like that. Set up your desk or your study area if you do not have a desk like you are actually taking your exam. Make sure you are done studying, all the information is in your brain, you understand it, to get the actual feel of writing an exam. Also, another tip, time yourself, because when you are in the comfort of your home, obviously you're going to take your sweet time compared to when you are going to be in the exam hall. So make sure you time yourself. If your paper is 3 hours, please at least maybe leave about 5 minutes for reading time before you submit your actual exam. Right, so now we are at studying during prelims, and this is very, very simple. The best advice I can give you is just to continue doing past papers during your prelims, again using the DBE website, or if your teacher has given you actual physical hard copies that you can use, just keep doing that, because as you are writing, there won't be enough time for you to be making notes and all of that. If that is your study method, go ahead and do it, but I do encourage you to do past papers, especially the night before your exam. And then if possible, have study sessions with friends. Again, the WhatsApp group is going to come in handy, where you guys can ask each other questions, quiz each other, send each other information. So basically, studying during prelims is not like hectic studying. You're basically just reminding yourself that, oh, so and so is this. Okay, so now we're at how to study after prelims. This part of the video links to my video on how to prepare for finals. I'll link it down below, or a little tab will pop up after I'm done saying this statement. So the first point says, collect your past papers from your teachers and take pictures of the answer script and question paper. Normally after term 3, there's a week holiday in October, and then it's term 4. But for matrics, terms don't really apply here, and because content is already done, there is no term for content. So normally I've seen that a lot of matriculants stay at home after they've written prelims to study, but I encourage you, please just go for a day or two to school to collect your papers, ask your teachers any questions that you have, as they do go through the paper with you, the memo and everything. And if possible, Please ask your teachers if you are able to do so. Take pictures of your answer script and question paper. And then point 2 says, during this time you can reflect on your prelims timeline. I just thought of sharing this because when I was in Matric, I found this really helpful, especially since it was during COVID and studying was like up and down, left and right. So I looked at all the papers that I had written, isn't it? I took pictures of them, and then I noted down which topics I did not study for, nor did I do well in. For example, the terminology for physics and chemistry, I would study it, but not to the point where like you can pass me in the hallway and say, what is Newton's third law? I'd be like, I have no idea what you're saying. So that is what I did. I noted them down. I wrote them on a nice colored piece of paper, and then I stuck them on the wall for each subject that I did. For example, with English, with all the poems, I didn't study all the poems for prelims because I think my teacher told me I'd study these specific poems, and I listened to her, so I didn't study all of them. But then I was like, for finals, let me just study all of them, and then the ones that I didn't study, I put them on my wall. So as I was preparing for finals, I didn't study the topics that I did well in or that I already like have the content knowledge in my head. I focused on the ones that I didn't study for prelims. That is basically what I did. And then the ones that I did do well on, or I did actually study, I just revised over them quickly. I didn't put so much effort and time into like learning that content. And then I would continue doing past papers either from a past paper book or from the DBE website. That was basically how I studied after prelims in preparation for finals. So I hope this video was very helpful. I hope it's not too long, but yeah, all the best for prelims. Bye.